Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. So, hello everyone. This is me, Harshal Jain, aka Viraj, and कैसे हैं आप लोग? बढ़िया हूँ, मैं भी बहुत बढ़िया हूँ. So today we'll be building the user profile section. And hi technical Abhi, hi Shivam, hi Mohammad Zain. Oh my God, too many people right now. Okay, so before beginning, I actually wanted to tell you that yeah, and these 2 3 days I've been very less consistent, and due to some reasons I was very little, you can say, consistent. So from now I'll be uploading regularly. And before moving on, I wanted to ask that have you watched previous videos correctly or not? So like if you have watched the previous video, then it's good. But I wanted to show you the playlist, okay, because some of you might be confused with what's going on right now. Okay, so first of all, I'll be showing you the playlist which we are working on, and you just need to visit this channel, Geeks for Geeks development channel, and here you can see that we have, yeah, we are live. So in the playlist section, playlist section, you can check this React.js projects. Okay, so in future, further projects will also be uploaded here regarding React.js, but you need to follow these videos. Okay, if you haven't watched these videos, I suggest you watch these. And also one more thing, if you want the source code, you just need to visit my GitHub profile. So let me take you to that page. So you just need to type github.com/virajj014. That's me. So github.com/virajj014, that's my GitHub profile. You just need to type and it will take you to my profile page. So in the repositories section, you can see that we have fit yeah, that's the repository which we are following. So you can see that we have fit grocery here. Okay, so you can follow this repository. The whole source code till the last video is available here. You can check out this one. I guess this is the 14th video which we are working on. So till 13th video, everything is available in this repository. Okay, so you can also mark it as a star if you want, better for you. Okay, and if you don't find this repository, you can search it by typing the name fit grocery. Okay, so I hope we can continue. Mohammed is saying don't need a video on how to generate APK in React Native CLI possible. Mohammed, I'll just show you an approach, very easy approach. You just need to visit the Android folder from the command line cd Android, and then there is a command assemble release. Okay, assemble release, just pass that, and that's the command for React Native to generate APK. I'm sorry, APK. So I'll tell you again. I'll be showing you the code for that because I was doing this today for a client for which I did freelance work. So I'll show you that also. Please wait for that. And okay, so before moving on, in the live chat, you'll find a link of the full stack development course by Geeks for Geeks. That's a paid course. If you want to learn advanced full stack development in Node.js and React, you can check out that course. It's also available in the description. In the description, you'll find a link. Just go to that link and it will take you to this page. Okay, so if you want to purchase, you can definitely buy this one. That's a very great course. All right, so now I'll open my last day's source code. Shivam, what are the prerequisites for this session? What is the duration of this session? Yeah, usually, Shivam, usually these sessions are around 45 to 1 hour. Okay, depends on me, on my mood. But yeah, 45 minutes to an hour. And the prerequisites is you must know the basics of React.js. And we have been working on this project from last few days. I guess this is the 14th video. And in the beginning, I told you that you need to visit this React.js projects. playlist. Okay, the previous videos on the same project is available here, so if you want to watch them, then definitely you can. And if you are capable enough that you can build this on your own, you can check out my repository for the reference. Okay, so I hope now I am clear with this, and now we'll be starting the yesterday's source code, that is the day 13th source code. Okay, so the source code is available here, gfg finprosy. Okay, so I'll just open it in VS Code, and let's see what destruction is happened till now. So just type npm start. Okay, 3001. So here you can see that till last day we covered this much, and today we are going to focus. Oh my God, 40 products. What are the 40 products? Okay, I passed so much products in the last videos. So you can see that whole quantity is available here. So I guess nobody orders this much, but yeah, if you are a wholesale guy, then you can definitely. And some people literally do this. Like I have seen people that they order things in bulk from any website like Amazon whenever there is a sale, and then they sell it offline. So this is also a business, but yeah, we are not doing that. We are building a website. But if somebody wants this, I gave you an idea. So in the profile section, you can see right now I have given a drop down here: login, sign up, profile, and logout. So if I visit the login, we had the login page. Okay, you can definitely make a login page better, but yeah, it will work. And then in the sign up section, you can see that we have the sign up page. Then also after that we had the logout section. So if I log out, it will call the logout functionality if you have the backend or if you have applied the logics. Okay, right now we are only focusing on the front end part, so logout won't work. So today we are going to build the profile section. Okay, so how does the profile section look? So I have actually started the final source code. So at the end of this day, you will be building this page. Okay, this build page will be built, and here you can see that we have the account settings section, we have the my order section, and then we have the address section, we have the legal notice section, and then we have the change password section. So for now, I'll be doing one thing. I'll be just I don't know whose data it is. It by the way, I have just taken some reference from a website for these legal notice and so on. And this is just some static data, by the way. Okay, this is just some static data because we are not focusing on the backend. So if we get time today, our main focus is the account settings page and the my orders page. But if we get time at the end of this video, we'll be also building the address section, legal notice section, and the change password section. And you can also add more sections if you want. Okay, so I hope I am clear, and I'll be doing one thing. I'll just open localhost 3001 here. Okay, so that I don't need to switch my tabs again and again. All right, so now we can continue, and I'll be just switching my screens because it's not responsive, so it won't be looking good. So first of all, I'll visit my code. Okay, so this was my code, and first of all, we needed to create the user profile page. Okay, so this is very important. User profile page is very important because in future, if you are trying to merge your own backend, this is very important. Okay, so first of all, I'll say that where is my navbar? You just need to visit your navbar, and here you can see that this was our navbar, and in this section you can see that we have uh okay, we have this drop down. And here you can see that for login, I have passed the login route. For sign up, I have passed the sign up route. Similarly, you need to create a profile route and you need to pass it. Okay, so how can we create the route? We need to create a route in the app.js. Okay, so first of all, very important, you need to create the profile section. Okay, profile section. So how can we create that? For that, I'll do one thing. I'll be creating a folder inside pages. Okay, I'll be creating a folder named as user. Okay, it's named as user, so I'll just say user. All right, user folder. Inside this, let's name it user profile dot js. Okay, and RAFC, the shortcut which I got from ES7 plus extension from VS Code. Okay, you just need to install. If you don't know how I got this shortcut, you just need to install the ES7 plus extension from this extensions library, and then you'll get this shortcut. Okay, RAFC. So here, what do we have to do is First of all, we need to link this. Okay, so how can we link this in the app.js? I'll create a route for the user. Okay, for the user. Okay, so I'll just say that I'll take you to my page. Okay, I'll take you to my page. So here you can see that current active page is account setting. Very important. I'm telling you very important thing. Current active page is account setting. Let me take you to the home page first. If I go to the profile section, current active page is account settings. We are in the user route, but we have a parameter named as account settings. So if in URL we have account settings, then this page will be active. Suppose if I click on my orders, you can see that now we have your orders here, and then we have this section. So this is very much synced together. Okay, I have synced both of them together, and I'll explain how this logic is built, because it will be really helpful in your further projects or whatever projects you are trying to build, either an e-commerce platform or something like that. So you can see that, yeah, we have an address field, and you can definitely add address if you want. And in the legal notice section, we had some legal notice. I just took it from a website, I don't know. Yeah, there is some template which I am referring. So you can see that, yeah, I took the legal notice text from there. Okay, you can create your own. And then in the change password section, you can see that we have old password, new password, confirm password. All right, so of on the above stages, or all on the above stages, you can see that everything is changing the URL. Okay, this URL is dynamic basically. All right, so we are going to focus on that. So suppose if I send you this URL, okay, you will be able to see the same section. Okay, so that's why I made it dynamic. Okay, so first of all, we'll be considering this as a variable. Variable name will be active page. Okay, variable name will be active page. So I'll be creating a route named as slash user slash colon sign active page. Okay, so this will be a variable named as active page. Active page, if active page variable equals account setting, then we'll be showing this section. If active page equals my orders, then we'll be showing this section. Okay, so this is very important. Just come here, and you need to write, you can write it anywhere just above the asterisk sign, because it will take 404 else if. Okay, so here you just need to write route path equals. Inside this, I can say that same thing I told you, that user slash, then you need to choose a unique variable name, anything you can choose by the way, but let's just name it as active page. Okay, so this is the parameter, this is the route parameter which I am going to check when we are working on user profile section. Okay, so active page is very important, and I'll be using if else condition to match the value of active page. If active page equals account setting, then make this section active. If active page equals forgot password, then make this section active, and so on. Okay, so here let's give it an element of what we created, user profile section. Okay, a user profile page. So you just need to import it if you haven't, and yeah, it's already imported because of the shortcuts. Okay, and don't forget to close it. That's it. So now let's see that what happened here is I have passed active page parameter. Okay, I have passed active page parameter. Let's see what does this active page do to our page. Okay, how can we get, first of all, we need to get this active page. Okay, so let's assume that we need to get this active page from the parameter. Okay, this is very simple. You can use params hook to get this variable. Okay, so I'll be calling this variable. Okay, suppose active page is active page means that active page is account settings. Okay, so we'll get the value of account settings now. Okay, I'll explain that. So right now you just need to write active page, and you need to call it in use params. Okay, from use params, and let's see, let's give it an alert. Okay, I'll just give an alert, because whatever will be the active page will be given as an alert. Let's see that how it works. Okay, so just come here, and I'll say that user, and let's suppose give it a value of account setting. Suppose ACCOUNT. Suppose I'll just give it an account. Okay, if I hit enter, you can see that I got an alert of account. Okay, I got an alert of account. That means I'm getting my value. That means I'm getting my value. For making it simpler, I'll be just removing this, and instead of this, uh, I'll just name it as showing active page. This is very important, that's why I'm going too brief for this one. Okay, so now let's see. So you can see that showing account. Okay, that means I'm showing the account page. Okay, you can see that we are getting account. Suppose if I name it something like HER SHAL JIN. So you can see that I am getting Harshal Jain. So whatever you pass in your URL will be available here. So that's the magic of using use params, and now we'll be using it very wisely because it will be fun using these. Okay, so in the user profile section, first of all, I'll do one thing. Uh, we need to call this. We need to call this from what? From the button named as profile. You need to call this. Okay, you can click this and you need to call the user page with account settings active. Okay, account settings in the URL, you can say. So how can we do that? Very easy. I'll just say that come to this snap bar section, and here you can see that we have the profile one. Okay, so here just type slash user slash account. I hope I have passed the account settings. Okay, let me just check. Okay, yeah, account settings. Okay, account settings. You just need to do this here. That's it. That's it. So what it will do is, if I click on profile, now it will take you to this account settings page, and yeah, you can see that it's taking account settings word or whatever value from the URL. If it was, suppose, if you can also give numbers, by the way. If you give it 123, it will return 123. Okay, so this is very important. And right now we'll be focusing on this one, account settings. So I'll say that if my parameter contains account settings, then I'll show account settings section. That's it. Okay, so come again, and in the user profile.js, we'll be creating a few stylings here. A few stylings here. So first of all, I'll just say, I'll be first of all calling the navbar here. Okay, I'll be first of all calling the navbar from components navbar. Okay, so now we'll be getting our navbar also. You can see that we have our navbar. Then what do we need is the footer. Okay, the footer one. So I'll be just calling, suppose if I call footer one. Okay, footer one. Then we'll also be calling footer two. Okay, footer two. So after this, you will be able to see both of the footers. You can see that this is the footer one, this is the footer one, this is the footer two. Okay, you can see that we have both of the footers here. Now what? Now I'll say that I need my single banner. Okay, single banner. So what does single banner require? We created single banner before. Okay, so if you watch previous videos, you will get that. So single banner is basically this component which takes an image and also the heading. You can see that once we give the image and heading as a parameter to this one, it will show it in the CSS part. Okay, you can see, yeah, it will show in the JSX part and it will be styled by a CSS. So you can see that I've taken the image here and the heading here, and it was created in previous videos, so do check them. So I'll just say that call what, single banner, single banner. Okay, single banner, and I'll just give it a heading of heading, heading of uh heading equals my profile. Okay, so it will get a heading of my profile, and then I'll just give it a banner image, and I'll be just passing a image link. Okay, this is the image link which I took in the previous videos. Okay, you can check my previous videos to get this image link. Okay, this is basically a grocery image link which I took from unsplash.com, so you can find that. And if I take you to this image, let's go to the browser, and you can see that this was the image which we took from Unsplash. You can take a separate image and call its link. Okay, so what happened here is we did a mistake. Okay, we need to call, we need to stop this also. Okay, so we need to close this, and now after this you can see that single banner is not defined because control space, and then it will be, it's not defined. Why it's not defined? It's not taking, so I'll just name it here, import single banner from component banners and single banner. Okay, that's it. So now you'll be able to see the profile, and what happened here is I actually passed the wrong parameter, actually small I. Okay, now you can see that I'm getting the image and also the heading, so you can see that it's perfectly fine. Now we can work on the below sections. Okay, below sections, and you can also do one thing. If you want to do this, you can definitely. And for this, I'll just say, first of all, you need to pass these brackets. Okay, pass these brackets, and here I can say that show the active page value, whatever is the active page value. So it will definitely show you account settings. Since I haven't made the CSS like that, so right now it won't be showing that, but yeah, you can make it better if you want. Okay, so I'll just leave it something like this only. Okay, so now what will we do is, by the way, this you can see that this typing sign, okay, I don't know what do we call it, is actually because of my browser. I checked it on Google Chrome, it works fine. Okay, so don't worry about this one. If I reload this, we won't see that. Okay, so now we'll be focusing on the below section. Okay, below section. So I'll say instead of this I'll be just creating a container division, and let's give it a class name of user profile in user profilein user profile in. Okay, so below that I'll be creating a container named as left container, because I'll be showing a sidebar here. Okay, so we'll be creating two containers, left container that will show the sidebar. How will our sidebar look? You can see that this is the sidebar, this whole is the sidebar, and this is the right side where we'll be showing the data. Okay, so now here you can see that we have user profile in. Okay, so I'll just say it will again have a division. Okay, and I'll just give it a left class name. Okay, now inside this we'll be creating our user sidebar, and similarly we'll be having a right class name. Okay, so now we are going to create the user sidebar. So how can we do that? So I'll be just creating a user profile named folder in the component section. In the component section, I'll be just creating a folder named as user profile user profile. So inside this, I need to create a file. So first of all, I'll be creating a file named as user sidebar, because we'll be showing the sidebar here. Okay, so I'll just name it as user sidebar bar.js. Okay, and I'll just give it rafc. That's it. Okay, and let's do one more thing. I'll just give it css also. Okay, user sidebar.css. Okay, that's it. And let's import the css here. Okay, similarly I am going to create a page named as account settings, accountsettings.js. Okay, account settings.js rfce. And we also need the css file also. So accountsettings dot css. Okay, so you just need to import the css file here. That's it. Okay, so I'll just close everything because it's too much here. Now come again to user profile page. Inside this, in the left section, I need to call my user sidebar. Okay, user sidebar. Okay, just call the user sidebar. That's it. And I also want to pass whatever the page is active will be passed as a parameter to this component. Okay, so if settings is in the active page, if active page equals account settings, then it will share account settings value. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now you can see that user sidebar has been called. In the right section, I'll say that if active page equals you can pass another equals account account settings. Okay, that's what we pass from the nav bar. If this is equal to account settings, then I'll be showing the component account settings one. Okay, account account settings component. Okay, and let's close it. Okay, so let's close it. And here you can see that right now we are able to see account settings component. Okay, account settings component and user sidebar component. So let's style them so that it looks better. But first of all, I'll need to style this also. So I'll just name it as user profile dot css. Okay, that's it. And we need to call this css file here, user profile dot css. That is, so first of all we'll style this also, then we'll be looking at the further pages. Hello, Bhaiya. I am creating voice call. How to set a connection and call someone? Ashpreet, I haven't worked on these kind of projects like calling, but I guess there are some libraries by which you can voice call or video call. I don't know much about it, but let's see. I don't know much about it. I can do one thing. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram so that I can reply you there. And if you wanna work together on these kind of projects, definitely you can. C plus, how to reduce React Native CLI app size for both Android and iOS. Uh, React Native CLI app size is already too small. I guess the apps which I created are around mostly 25 to 30 MB. And if it's larger, then it might be because of your images. Okay, hi, yeah, you can actually reduce the size by removing the images and passing the link instead of that. Okay, so if you have a lot of images, then you need to change that because image take a lot of size, and similar is for other media files. So do check for that. Instead of the real files, you need to pass the links. It would be better. Okay, so all right. So now we can continue. And here you can see that we have the user profile section. All right, so you can see that I haven't given it any class, so I'll first of all give it a class. How to reduce okay, okay. One more thing, I need to share my Instagram ID. So if you want to contact me on Instagram, let me just share it right away. Just a minute. Okay, so this is my Instagram profile. Yeah, this is me, and you can contact me here if you have any doubts. And you can also message me on LinkedIn if you want. Okay, you'll find me there directly. Nowadays, React Native starter project size is 104 MB. Have you generated an APK out of it? Because I am using React Native CLI right now in my recent projects, but I'm not getting that much size. I'm just getting 25 MB of size. If you wanna see, then okay, let it be. I can't show you that because it's my client's project. But yeah, definitely, it takes a lot of, it takes a very less size. If you are using a lot of images, then the size will be increased. But try to use less images and media files. Instead of that, you can use links. So here you can see that we have the sidebar. Okay, so now I'll come back here. And guys, if you have any doubts, you can definitely message it on the live chat. I'll see that in a while. Okay, so in the user profiles section, first of all, I need to give it a class. Okay, I need to give it a class name. So I'll just give it a class name of user profile. Here you can see that it does not have a class name. So class name of user profile. Okay, user profile. So this is very important because I am setting it in such a way that if in future if I want to make it responsive, I can definitely make it responsive. Okay, so user profile, and you can see user profile. Okay, so you can see that I've given it a class of user profile in, and this is the user profile class. And that's it. That's what I wanted to give. Now in the user profile.css, I'll say that dot user profile class will be targeted. Here I want to say that display will be flex and flex direction will be column because everything in this page is in column. Okay, so I want things in column always. So now after that, I'll say that user profile in will things will be in display flex, that means in a row. So you can see that now user sidebar and account settings are in a row. And one more thing, I'll say that first of all they take a width of 100%. Then I want things in center, so I'll say justify content at center. So you can see that now they are in center. After this, let's give it some margin also. So from margin top is around 10 vh. Okay, 10 vh. So I've given them some margin, assumed some margin. Okay, so now I'll say that my left section inside user profiling will be styled, and I want its width to be always 20%. Okay, 20% in the web view. So let's give it a background color so that we can see aqua, and here you can see that I've given it a 20% width. Okay, and let's do one more thing. I'll also give it a border of 1 pixel solid to RGB 207, again 207, and again 201 207. Okay, so I've given it a gray border, and one more thing, I'll just give it a border radius of 5 pixel, and I want a minimum height of this one as 50 vh. And right now I'll just remove this background. So now you'll be able to see this container. You can see that we have this container. Okay, similarly, we'll be styling this right section. Okay, so this will be the right section, RIGST, right section. Okay, so the right section will be having the width of 60% of whole width. And then I guess it's the same. I also want one more thing. Uh, in the user profile in, we can actually give it a gap of 20 pixel if I want. Okay, so you can see that I am getting a gap in between. That's because of the gap property. So you can see that, yeah, it's taking 20% and it's taking 60%. So you can see that the containers are fine. So now we are going to work on the inner pages. That means the inner components. That means the user sidebar. Okay, so the user sidebar will have a few sections. Okay, I am assuming that, yeah, these much sections are available in the user sidebar. Okay, so I'll be writing the code here. So in the user sidebar, first of all, you need to give it a class name of, suppose, user sidebar. And one more thing, I have given active page as a parameter, so I can call it active page as a parameter. Okay, so now after this, here you can see that if active page equals, I actually want to highlight account settings. Okay, if active page equals account settings, that means that my active page contains account settings data. Okay, so I will highlight the account settings. Okay, account settings, well, container. Okay, so I'll be creating a container. Just wait for it. So I'll say account settings. If active page equals account settings, then show this, else show something else. Okay, so here I'll be saying that, for now, let's give it a class name. Let's give it a class name of, I'll just name it as S2. Okay, section 2. And this will be something when I want to highlight a page. Okay, and similarly I'll be saying that if it's not account settings, then show it normally. What's the logic? So here you can see that if I click on this, you can see that it's highlighted. Okay, so similarly, if I say that if active page equals account settings, I'll just show it as a S2 container. Okay, and if active page is not equals account settings, you can see that account setting is not highlighted. Okay, account settings is not highlighted. This is the S1 container. The non-highlighted ones are the S1 container. That's it. So the S1 container will be having an SVG. Okay, so I have taken SVG from which website? Hero Icons. Okay, you just need to visit Hero Icons. Okay, so here you can see that there are a lot of icons. You can search icons all by yourself. So if I say account, okay, so you'll get the account icon. So similarly, you can get the icons and they will be directly shown to this page. Suppose, for example, I'll just copy the JSX of this one and I'll just give you an example and you just need to paste it here. Okay, that's it. So the icon is copied, and you can also give it a span, SPAN. Okay, span, and I'll just say that, its value, its settings. Okay, that's it. So similarly, I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here. So now you can see that we have created a section. Okay, so I need to style it. So how can I style it? Very simple. Let's go to the sidebar.css and make sure you have imported the sidebar css. Okay, so here you need to say that my sidebar will be having display flex and everything will be in column. Okay, why am I saying this? Because if, suppose if I copy this again and I'll paste it here. Okay, for example, so here you can see that things are in column, so I need to properly organize them also. So again, I'll say my S1 and S2 will be having some gap, align items will be center, and some padding from each side will be 20 pixel. Okay, that's it. So you can see that each of them has some padding, but things are in row because of this one. Okay, so I'll say the SVG present inside my user sidebar, both SVGs, okay, either S1 or S2, both contain SVGs, will have width and height of 30 and color will be of gray. So you can see that, yeah, fine. And I'll say that if I hover on S1, I want my background color to be something gray, or to be something like light gray, and the text color will become gray. And similarly, if my S2 is visible, so it will be having some background color and some border radius and some color. Okay, so now I think some of you might got confused about it. So for your clarity, I'll say my second page is suppose your orders. Okay, your orders. So I'll say that if it's your orders, then I'll say I also need to show icons. So I'll just copy paste directly because you know how you can use the SVG icons right now. I told you. Okay. So similarly, we have your orders. So you can see that I said that if your orders is active, and one more thing, I'll just remove this link for now because you might not be knowing about it. So I'll just remove this for now. Okay. So here you can see that if your orders equals active page, then I'll make this one as active, else it will be displayed normally. So let's see that how it's working. So here you can see, since this active page contains account settings, this one is highlighted, this one is highlighted, and let's say that if it contains YOURORDERS, okay, your orders. So now you can see that this one is active. Okay, this one is active. So suppose if I click on this, I want to make this URL change to account settings and make it active. So how it will happen? Simply call the link here. Okay, simply call it here. So you can say that if I cut this and I'll say link tag. Okay, and if I paste it here. Okay, so the link tag is actually imported from React Router DOM will have the link tag, and then I'll say that if somebody clicked on it, I will redirect to account settings page. Okay, similarly, I'll say that if somebody clicks on this my orders one, okay, so you can link to your orders and paste and again close this one. Okay, so now let's see that how it works. Suppose if I click on this, you can see that this page is active. If I click on this page is active. So you can see that it's working fine, but we have a problem here. What's the problem here is you can see that it's actually taking some style. Okay, so I hope I have given style none here. You can see that I have given a style none here in the app.css as a global style. So I just need to call this here. Okay, so I'll just say that style, sorry, class name equals TYLENONE. Okay, just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now you can see that, yeah, if account setting is active, it will be shown. If my orders is active, my orders, if your orders is equal to active page, then my orders will be active. Okay, so I guess this is clear. This is clear, and I'll just name it as, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Sorry. So now we need to work on the account settings page. Account settings page. So now right now you can see that this account settings page only has this text. Only has this text. So we need to work on this one. How can I work on this one? Hi Dhruv, how are you? Simplest, do you develop iOS app with React Native CLI? It's 500 MB in my iOS emulator. Bro, I have no idea why is it taking too much space. All I can say is that you have used too much media files, because there is no other reason I have faced till now for the large size of my React Native application. And for example, I'll show you. I was actually working for my client, and for example, I have exported an APK here. Okay, it's off topic, but yeah, I'll show you. So in the apps section, we have the build part. In the outputs, APK release, and here you can see that I have generated an APK using React Native. Okay, so here you can see that its size is only 25 MB. That's the APK size. So till now I have only got this much of size because I always prefer links, and if you are still using images, then prefer to use smaller quality of images, or I'll always suggest that you must use links from any URL for an image or any media file. Okay, it's a starter project of React Native new version. Okay, so I need to check about it if it's a new version. Maybe I am working on an old version. Let's see. But still, it's too much. 500 MB, it's literally too much. Yeah, like nowadays, games are being built in lesser size than that 500. Let's see, I'll check on that. And I guess you have my Instagram handle, so we can talk there. All right. Okay. So now in the account section, I actually want to show a few things in the account section. Suppose uh, I'm in the account settings. First of all, I'll just give it a class name of account setting. Okay, let's give it a class name of ACCOUNTSETTINGS account settings. Okay, so inside this, first of all, I'll just give it a main heading one. Okay, main heading one. So let's give it a class name of main head one. And this is actually a common CSS which I have given in app.css in my previous videos. So I'll just say personal personal information. Okay, so let's save it. And now here you will be able to see this because I have styled it. You can see that in app.css, you can see that I have styled main head one. Okay, so you'll find it here. All right, so we have the main heading one. Okay, personal information. Now I'll be creating a form container. Okay, so I'll just say division and let's give it a class name of form because this container will be used everywhere. So I'll just name it like this, and I'll be creating a form group. What things I wanted to show here is you can see that in account setting we have name, mobile and email. Okay, these settings, these things. And by the way, if user is logged in, those values will be coming here. Okay, those values will be coming here, but since we are only on the styling part and the UI part, we won't be showing the user data right now. Okay, but yeah, if you have the data, you can show those value here. Okay, and allow the user to make changes on their profile. Okay, so here you can see that we have this form container. Inside this, I'll just create a division and let's give it a class name of form dash group. Okay, form group. So form group will be having a label named as name. Okay, and I'll also just give it a star so that user will get an idea that it's important. Okay, so inside span I give it a star. Okay, asterisk. So also one more thing, I'll just give it an input field. So input field will be having name. Okay, so name. So here you can see a very basic input field has been created with the label. And similarly we'll be having the phone mobile field and the email field. Okay, so I'll be just pasting them right away. So here you can see that we have phone mobile field and we have the email field. Okay, so here you can see that we have three fields here. Okay, similarly at the end I'll be having a button named as save changes, and it will again take styling from main button one. So let's see that how it's working. So right now I don't have main button one since it's a common button, so I'll be giving it a common styling here in app.js. Okay, so just in app.js I'll be just creating a main button one. Okay, I might have not used it anywhere, that's why I haven't created main button one in app.js right now. Okay, so now I'll be creating. So main button one, I actually want no background. uh Okay, first of all, initially I don't want any background. Okay, I don't want any background for this one. Then I'll say that its border will be of my theme color, that means col1. Okay, so it will take green color. I guess you can see that it's taking the green color. Now what else? I need some padding, border radius, font size, font weight, and text color will be green. Okay, so that's it. So you can see that I have given some stylings to it. You can see that I have this button. Okay, so you can always check the CSS from my source code files. If you think I'm in a rush, you can check those from there. Okay, similarly, if I hover on them, I want the text color to be white and background color to be green. That means my theme color. Okay, so here if I hover on this one, you can see, yeah, the size is also increased because I have also scaled it. Okay, and also gave it a transition. Okay, so that's it. And now we can come back here. Here we need to style this form container. Okay, so how can I do this? uh I'll say that suppose in account.settings you must have imported CSS here, right? So I'll say that dot account settings, I'll just say display will be flex. Display will be flex. And I want things in center. I want things in center. So first of all, I'll say flex direction will be column, and I want the whole width, whatever width it gets. That means this much of width, 60% width. Okay, and then I'll say that I want things in center, lying items center. So here you can see that things are in center. Now it's perfectly fine. Now I'll say that the h1, that means the heading, actually has my main head one, I guess main head one. Okay, yeah, it's main head one class, but I also want to give it some extra padding, so I gave it some extra padding. And let's see that it's working or not. So you can see that I have given it some extra padding. Okay, so now similarly I'll say my form will be having some width and some padding. Okay, some padding and some width. So account setting has the form class, and then you can see that I have given some padding, and also I have displayed everything in a row. Okay, I have displayed everything in a row, and make sure to pass it as a wrap, because how am I passing it as a wrap? Here you can see that all of them are in a row, but suppose if its width is too much, then email will jump to the next line. That's why I've given it as a wrap. Okay, so now I guess we are fine with this. And now I'll say my form group will always take, each form group will always take 45% width, and everything will be in column. That means label and input, label and input. Okay, things are in column. And then I've also given it some margin. So you can see that, yeah, it's something like this. This form group, label and input, label and input. Okay, label and input. So you can see that things are fine. I guess I actually did a mistake. I don't want it here. I want it outside. So now you can see that it's in center. Okay, it's fine. Now what do we need is, I'll say my label will be having some font family and some font size and font weight and some margin from bottom. So you can see that this is my label, and similarly I'll be styling my input field with some uh, CSS. You can see that I've given it a light border, some padding, and some border radius, and outline will be none. So you can see that I have given it an outline of none. Okay, so one more thing, I guess it's enough. So you can see that I've given enough styling for this one. But if I focus on any input, for example, I'll just copy this and paste it here. And I'll say if I focus on this, I want my border color to be green. So if I focus on this, you can see my border color is green, green, green. So you can see, yeah, it's looking pretty much decent now. And similarly, we'll be working on the my order section now. Okay, so what I am thinking is, you can see that my order section is something like this, and the address section is something like this. What I'm thinking is, I'll work on the other sections later on. Other sections later on. But right now I'll work on change password section. Okay, change password section. So right here in the code, in the user sidebar, okay, in the user sidebar, right now we don't have my order section, so I'll be just removing this for now. Okay, removing this for now, and I'll be doing one thing in the user sidebar. Where is it? Where is user sidebar? You can see that this is the user sidebar. Okay, so here I'll say that I want to change password and I want to create a section for that. So similarly, I'll say that if I click on this page, you can see that if I click on this container, if active page equals change password, then S2 will be shown, else S1 will be shown. And if I click on this, it will link to this change password, and this link is not required. This top one is not required. If you want to put, you can, but it's not required. Okay, so I'll say that if my active page is change password, then I'll highlight this section, else it will be showing S1. So I'll take you to this one. Here you can see that if I click on change password, the URL changes, active page is change password, change password is highlighted. Okay, you can see that this is highlighted. So we'll be working on this section now. I'll be creating a container named as change password. Okay, CHANGE password dot js. Okay, change password dot js. I'll just say RAFCE. Okay, so in change password, just copy the account settings part. Okay, just copy this, copy the whole. Okay, so in change password, just paste it right away, and you can actually import the CSS if you want, but right now I'll be just saying that my change password section will be having my first input field named as old password. Okay, old password. So my first input field will be having old password. Okay, so here you can see that it has old password. Okay, so I'll see that how it works. So in change password, you can see right now I haven't shown a container here. Why it's like that? Because you need to come into this page, user profile page, and you can see that if active page equals account settings, this page is shown. If active page equals change password, then we need to show the change password container. Okay, change password. So chang password. Okay, change password component. Let's save it and let's see. So you can see that if I click on change password, yeah, here you can see that change password. Now it's showing old password. Similarly, I need to show the new password and confirm password. Okay, so here you can go back again, change password, and let's remove these. And what I'm trying planning is I just need to show new password here directly, and I won't be showing confirm password because it's useless. Okay, if you want to show confirm password field, yeah, then definitely you can create a similar field and show confirm password. But I can see that these two will work. You can see that these two will work. Okay, so you can see that I use the same css and my things are working. And let's see that we can change it, this one also, change PASS password. Okay, so you can see that two sections are done, account settings section and the change password section. All right, so here you can see that these sections are completed, and what else is pending? You can see that legal notice, address, and my orders. Okay, so these sections are pending right now. Okay, so we'll be covering these sections in the next videos. Simplest is saying that do adding more dependencies make size large? Definitely, it adds up a larger size, but not that much. Here, 500 MB is too much. Maybe there is a very big file, a media file. Because of that, your size is too large in the application. But usually it's no, it's around 25 MB and something like that. And if you are working on Expo, then yeah, I have seen Expo applications in normal design to be around 100 MB. I created Expo CLI applications. A food delivery app was around, I guess, 70 80 MBs. Okay, so Expo CLI applications are too large, but React Native CLI, I don't think that usually with the normal application it's too large. Okay, but yeah, if you have a very big file, a media file, or some very big dependency, like you are using a very big engine, like people build games or VR applications, that for that case, yeah, app application can be very large, depends on that also. So but if your application is very normal, then you need to check your files first. All right, so now I'm going to upload the source code, but I don't think GitHub will take uploaded source code today because I was facing a lot of issues on GitHub today. But let's see. So I'll just say git add, git commit, and git push. I hope it takes the update. Okay, I guess the code is uploaded on GitHub. And to visit the repository, you just need to type github.com/birajj014 in your browser. Okay, you just need to type this and it will take you to my GitHub profile. You can follow me here. In the repository section, you'll get fit grocery. Okay, fit grocery is available here. All right, so you can check the source code. You can also mark it as a star. If you don't find this code, you can search the name here. Okay, and one more thing, if you get the source code, you can also check the live URL link which is available here, fitgrocery.varsel.app, because I deployed it on the very first video of this project. Okay, so you can check out the playlist also. The playlist is available here. Okay, this playlist is available here, so you can check out this one. All right, so here you can see that yeah, the source code is available in fitgrocery.varsel.application. Also share this on the live chat if you want. We have shared the link in live chat also. If you want to see the live URL, you can check this one. And let's go to the profile section, and here you can see that we have account setting and change password in this URL. Okay, so I have deployed it on the first video. You can check out this first video, project intro video. Okay, so it will explain you everything, okay, how I deployed it on Vercel. All right, so I hope you understood this, and in the description you'll find a link of this very great course, paid course by Geeks for Geeks. That's a full stack development course on React.js and Node.js. So once you click that link on the description, it will take you to this page. And if you want to buy it, you can buy it. It will take you from beginner to advanced. Okay, so I hope you understood this today's video. And if you have any doubts, you can directly message me on Instagram at the rate Harshal underscore 3011 is my username. You can message me there, or you can also message me on LinkedIn, Harshal Jain. Okay, so that's it for today, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, you have a good day. Bye bye.